8:10 on a Wednesday, and my pleasure to welcome to the program from Feeding Laramie Valley. Gayle Woodsum is in studio with me. Good morning. How are you today?
I'm great. Thanks. Thanks for having me.
Well, I appreciate you coming in. Big event, and I don't want to put you on the spot, but the Higher Ground Fair coming up this week. Do you know how long this has been going on?
I do. This is just our third year,
okay.
So we're really kind of still in our infancy.
Okay. For some reason, I thought it had been going on a little bit longer than that, because I always see the event pop up every year on the calendar. And it goes on at the Albany County Fairgrounds for you folks that are wondering. And there seems to be a lot more to this than I think some people realize when it comes to the Higher Ground Fair.
Well, that's what we like to think. That's what we're trying to do. We're developing a regional event. It's the Higher Ground Fair, simply put, is a celebration of rural Rocky Mountain living. And there is a lot to celebrate. So rather than trying to focus in on just one thing of interest in terms of what we get to enjoy here in the Rocky Mountains, we're trying to bring it all together, all in one place, all in one weekend. So we've got everything from regional bands from all over the place coming up. We're running 3 stages all day, both days. But then we also have artists and artisans from all over the region with a huge marketplace. We've got a llama and alpaca performance show, fleece demonstrations and shows. This year we're bringing up a draft horse show and draft horse demonstrations that are going to be happening both Saturday and Sunday. Now,
I know we're filling in people on quite a bit of information here, but you can actually rest assured you can find the complete schedule at highergroundfair.org. Highergroundfair, F-A-I-R.org is the website. So you guys are utilizing, it sounds like, quite a bit of the fairgrounds for all of this put together. Is that right?
We're using the entire thing.
Wow.
Yeah, including on the south end, Feeding Laramie Valley, which we work on food equality here locally. We've been doing that for almost 10 years. We have Feeding Laramie Valley Farm on the south side of the fairgrounds. It's a partnership between us and the Albany County Fairgrounds, and it's a little late in the harvesting season for Laramie, but we still have some corn out there and some cabbages, and we've got a whole research project going under 3 high tunnels there. And so we really think of the fairgrounds as our second home, and this is just a great place to hold this event.
Now, it does cost to get into that, and we'll get to that in just a moment. You talked about the music, and there is a lot going on with the 3 stages, everything from Birgit Burke to Jay Sjogren, Shanghai, and so many more. I'm just scratching the surface, and I'm not trying to omit anybody because there's a lot of great artists on all the different stages. Sandy Wells Band, Crispy Watkins and the Crack Willows, and more coming up on Sunday. The real Doug Lane Band, as opposed to the fake one. No, I'm just kidding. But there is so much going on. How have you seen this kind of grow since the first year when you wanted to put it together, and now here into year 3 actually?
Yeah, we're really getting there. You know, the first year people were kind of asking me, "What are you trying to do?" and again, simply put, it's an opportunity for all of us who have all these varied interests to reach new audiences. So you might be really excited about Sandy Wells Band and her straight up country music. She's an amazing group to dance to and listen to. And on your way there, you're going to walk by our garden and ag tent, or you're going to walk through the marketplace with these amazing artisans just from the Rocky Mountain region. Or you may, while you're waiting to listen to Sandy Wells, you have an opportunity to see the Wind River Dancers perform.
Okay.
So it's really, again, a chance for all of us. Those of us who do, and I happen to be a llama lover and llama owner, we tend to have our shows, and the only people there are llama people because no one knows where we are.
Okay.
And people love seeing the animals perform. So this is a chance to see. You might go for your interest, but then you get to see all these other amazing things that are going on in the rural Rocky Mountains.
I'll admit I got a pet a llama at an event that Feeding Laramie Valley had just a couple weeks back, so it was pretty cool. It was over at your guys' deal at Albany Park at your building over there, so that was pretty cool to see. It sounds like we have a kids adventure zone as well. What's this about?
Yeah, so we're really growing that up this year. We've got everything from a climbing wall to chances to work on the stream trailer and learn about water and stuff, but in a fun way, and how it affects the land. So we're really mixing a lot of fun things along with, without realizing it, some educational stuff, and just ways for kids to play games, an Angry Bird game, and all kinds of stuff.
Okay, so a lot going on. There's even a, oh goodness, I don't know what is a leaping stage?
So we had 2 stages for the first year, and then we realized we had all these people coming out. We have people who are going to be giving Zumba classes at the Leaping to a Higher Ground stage.
Okay.
We've got someone doing ballet, teaching people to do ballet. But even more exciting, we have members of the troupe, a troupe of members from the Black American West Museum who are coming up. They're coming up in 2 busloads. They're bringing media.
Wow.
They're going to be doing reenactments of some of the most key African American figures in settling the American West.
Okay.
That a lot of people don't think about and don't realize, oh, there really were black cowboys here in Laramie, Wyoming, and all throughout the region.
Yeah.
So that's kind of our catch-all stage.
Okay, all right, so that's the catch-all stage. So we're hitting a lot of different things. So it sounds like a wide variety for anybody that would like to attend. Now, this is both Saturday and Sunday. Give me the hours. What does it cost to get in?
Okay, hours are 9 to 6:30 Saturday and 9 to 4 on Sunday.
Okay.
And things happen right up till the end. It's not like you're going to show up and people packed up and left early. So if you get there at 3, you're still going to have some amazing music and everybody's going to still be in place. Ultimately, Feeding Laramie Valley hopes this will be our primary annual fundraiser.
Okay.
So we provide a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables to people who don't have sufficient access to them here in Albany County. At the gate, it's $10 per day per person. If you buy online, you get a discount if you buy early. For elders, it's $8, and kids 12 and under are free.
Okay.
So when you think about everything you're going to get, the bands you're going to see, all of those events that are, once you get in there, are free to enjoy. It's far less than going to the movies.
Yeah, but it is a big deal. You guys have done some nice work in the years. I know that you put together some summertime meals for kids at lunchtimes that maybe don't quite have the opportunity that some other kids do in the community, especially in the summer when they're not in session in school. I know you guys do that. What else do you guys do at Feeding Laramie Valley in terms of giving back to the community? You talked about a lot of fresh fruits and produce, but I know there's more that you guys do and would like to do by trying to raise some more funds annually.
Exactly, and we are growing by leaps and bounds. Our summer lunch and activities program goes on all summer long, and we have we serve over 175 children every day throughout the summer. And it's kids from everywhere. It's an open site. They can show up, but a lot of those kids, they were counting on school lunches to have anything to eat that day. Now they're getting it with us. We grow gardens all over the community. We just got a very exciting AARP grant to put in a new community garden over at Kiwanis Park in West Laramie,
nice.
Where we're also teaching people how to grow food, to grow their own, to have increased access. We're working on food hub work, which is a complicated idea that we don't have time to get into now, but we're just expanding it all over. We've also done a program called Gardens for Health and Healing, where we help people with disabilities and serious illnesses learn how to grow fresh foods and take care of their health that way. It's been really exciting.
It's interesting to kind of learn how to grow things, especially in this climate. I think Laramie is a little bit unique because we are at such a high elevation. There is a little bit of a condensed growing season. Have you seen some unique challenges with that in the years?
When we first started Feeding Laramie Valley almost 10 years ago, and we started talking to people about doing this work, they all said, "Why are you bothering to try? You can't grow food in Laramie." Which is not true. Now, we do only have a 56-day growing season. But if you go around and you visit our gardens and the gardens of people who've been working with us, you will find otherwise. Yeah. It's just a real challenge. And then the other thing I did want to add is we do a weekly shares program. So we're providing every week to people who cannot afford fresh fruits and vegetables. We're providing them with locally grown fresh fruits and vegetables. So that's also a big part of the services that we provide.
And I'm curious, between Feeding Laramie Valley and some of the other organizations, how have you seen kind of the growth of, for lack of a better term, a co-op amongst just folks in the area? From whether it's Big Hollow Food Co-op and their new location to what you guys are doing to what other people and organizations are doing. How have you seen that kind of growth?
Oh, it's been phenomenal. And I think it's amazing when people start gardening and growing food, it's more than just the food. People get really serious about their gardening. They enjoy it. They enjoy visiting with each other. We have people who walk through the community gardens on their way home from work every day just because it brings them peace. and they just feel better about life. It provides hope, but in a real way, because it's sustainable. It's what keeps us all going. So that kind of partnership has been amazing, and especially it brings together the generations. Yeah. Because we have the younger generations, because I'm of the old baby boomer crew, but the millennials and the Y-gens who are coming up, the I-gens coming up, they are loving this. They are getting out there. We have like 30 young people working for us every summer.
Wow. Who
are out there growing these gardens and working like crazy. It's harder than they thought it would be, but they love it.
Well, and so much of the talk is about, you know, what you're growing, how you're growing it, and making everything sustainable and reusable. And I mean, it really has developed in the last 15 to 20 years quite extensively, I think, Gayle.
And this is, well, and to get back to the fair, we talk about the fair celebrates tradition, so we love all those great old traditions of the West, and innovation. And I think this new version of the food movement is very much about that, because we're really kind of getting back to what our grandparents and our ancestors had to do, and we're finding a way to reclaim that and use it for the future, because it's important. We're in a bit of a food crisis in the world, and we have to plan for that. We've got water issues coming up and all kinds of things that we all need to be part of and can be part of being the answer in a really rewarding way.
Again, you can learn so much about that and so much more. So a little tradition, a little history, a little learning in a fun way, all at the Higher Ground Fair, Saturday and Sunday. Remind us again of the schedule and the ticket cost before I let you go.
At the gate, it's $10 if you're 13 or older.
Okay.
Online, you can get a discount. For elders, it's $2 less. It's 9 to 6:30 on Saturday, and the Hazel Miller Band promises a dance party right at the end there. and then on Sunday, it's 9 to 4.
All right, this is all at the Albany County Fairgrounds, just kind of on the southern end of town as you're going south towards Fort Collins on 287 right there on the right side, and they're using pretty much everything at the fairgrounds. So head out there. The Higher Ground Fair continues to grow. I don't know if you can grow this anymore. Do you have any room left?
We have plenty of room left and lots more ideas.
Okay, that's good to hear. Gayle, thanks so much for stopping by this morning.
Thank you again for having me.